you know what? These people, like Ugandan educated people, they need to there's something called social responsibility.
Yeah.
They need to come out and they share their talents with people. It doesn't always have to be musicians and bloggers and
Yeah.
because most of these bloggers they even talk nonsense. But you have people honestly, they talk nonsense. But you have people who have the knowledge that can really help communities, especially our Ugandan community.
Yeah.
I've heard that people who have COVID, they still leave the house with their COVID.
Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to another segment of the Claire's Classy chat show. And today this is series 2 episode 1, and it is a happy new year to you all and your lovely families. I hope you are having a good time. It's 2022. Like, it actually feels funny to say 2022. It does feel like this year you can just say 22. Yeah. So it's almost like the time has gone so fast. Like, we never had 2020, we never had 2021, and all of a sudden we are in 2022. And so much has happened. So today we have a very, very special guest on the seat here, and I'm happy to actually host this person. Like, we've been friends for years, and his name is MC MOSEH. Sometimes I want to say Mark MOSEH, but it means the same. MC MOSEH, yeah.
Or Mama's Boy.
Mama's Boy, exactly, because that is like your artist name, Mama's Boy.
MC MOSEH.
Yeah. So MC MOSEH is here on the show with us, and we are so happy to see him. And I'm going to just let him say hello to you, the Klassy family.
Hello, the Klassy family. Thank you for supporting my sister. She's been consistent with this, and I'm so happy for her progress, and keep subscribing to her channel and sharing all her stuff.
Thank you so much. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, and thank you for having me and agreeing to me coming and interview you, because I know, like, a lot, like you say, a lot has been happening. People busy, then people are unwell.
Everyone has been
COVID.
unwell.
Yeah. How has it been for you?
Not very easy, man. It's been tough, isn't it?
It's been tough. When you say tough, what do you mean tough? Tough as in what?
Like, I had it really so bad. I got COVID in August.
August of this year.
Of last year.
No, I'm calling it this year. I'm still like in. Yeah, I mean, like.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I never thought I would. If I catch COVID, I thought I would just have COVID, like go through that phase, like everyone is gonna have COVID. I didn't think it can affect you that much. Yeah, but it does really affect you. It can affect you emotionally. It can affect your mental health. Can affect your physical health. Can affect your financial. Anything that affects your movement, your freedom of movement. Yeah, affects the rest of the stuff in it. Yeah, so and a lot of people have. I count myself lucky because so many people have passed away. Yeah. And other people, they have developed disabilities, and life will never be the same again. So
I've had it as
disease.
well. I've had COVID, but it wasn't that bad. I don't know if it is to do with having had the 2 vaccines, and then I had a booster as well.
Did you have it before, after 2 vaccines?
Yes.
Yeah, on a record, to be honest with you, people who have had COVID after having the 2 vaccines, they haven't had it that bad, to be honest with you. Okay, for a few people I know. Yeah.
I had the cough, the cold, high temperature.
Yeah.
But I thought it could have been worse.
Yeah,
because people have had it worse, and the people have died.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
It's so serious. So how are you feeling now?
I feel okay. Like 80% okay. But I still have muscle problem because I had the Delta variant.
Delta, that's the Delta they say that's the
and it crushed my muscles. So you get the inflammation all over your body. So it takes a while to build back. Like, it affects the nerves. anything that attacks your immune system, you're going to have inflammation. You are into these things.
So how do you, like, when you get tested, do they say this is the variant you've had, or is it because that is the one that is happening at that time?
It depends at that time, and also how it has affected you, like symptomatic way.
Right.
Yeah, they look at how it has affected your physiological aspect.
So you'll be advising
then like now Omicron. Almost everyone is educated about these variants, because when you speak to people, if you have symptoms and you talk to a friend, they will say to you, oh, don't worry, or if it's Omicron, it's not as bad as variant. So because there's been a lot of information going around, now people are educating themselves. But another problem I've seen is people are over medicating themselves because of the anxiety and fear, and NHS not having a special medicine for it. And the misinformation being thrown around, so everyone is just guessing, so people end up taking a lot of medication. And the problem with the body, we all different, like individually everyone's body reacts different on medicine. Someone may advise you to take certain medicine, maybe it worked for them, and this is a message that people should take serious. Just because some antibiotics work for some person does not mean that when you take it, your body will react the same, So, yeah.
So yourself, what did you take?
I took a lot of medicine, man, because I've not been ill for a long time. And when I realized that I actually had COVID, I took paracetamol, but I was just getting worse each day. So then I panicked. So in that panic, I took my GP gave me some disacycline. It's like antibiotics you take. I think that's the way you pronounce it. I'm not sure. The one you take before you go to Uganda. You know, the malaria one.
I know. Yeah, I just said anti-malaria. Like
anti-malaria.
Yeah.
And then I took amoxicillin, I think. Yeah, but that was in the effort of trying to, protect myself from being so damaged. And I'm grateful that I had good friends. I had my aunties, they looked after me, they got me everything they could. So yeah, recovery has been very difficult. Yeah, but I believe, like, as a person who believes in God, I think it was meant to be, because
meant to be.
Yeah, all my life I've been anti-thingy, anti-vaxxer. I never, before I joined, medicine, because I study medicine, I never really believed in vaccines. But now, after learning more about it, I still don't think that everyone needs a vaccine. I still don't think that, and I don't think every disease needs a vaccine. But in that sense, when you are working with people, especially like working in healthcare, you can't talk like that. Because you're supposed to promote health.
So have you had it now, or?
Yeah, I've had the vaccine. Do I have a choice?
The first one,
I can't work in NHS if I don't have vaccine.
You see?
So it's a policy.
It is.
Yeah.
So,
but trust me, I've met doctors and nurses who are anti-vaxxers, and they are willing to give up their jobs, which I think is stupid, because it's not just about the job. If you like to travel, I think some countries have already set the regulations. They've turned them already into laws that if you don't have double vaccination, you can't travel there. So either way, we're all gonna have to take it.
You're gonna have to, because there's gonna be.
But I still don't think people should be forced to take vaccine. I think it should be one's choice.
Have you seen what is in Uganda though? People are being taken off the coaches, buses, or taxis by force, and they vaccinating them, like put down, like you have to have it by force. I know it is to protect people,
for countries like Uganda and other and underdeveloped countries. It will happen. They will have to force people, because the misinformation.
So are you saying they should
I'm not supporting
people like that? Said, did you see the video? There was one video that went viral. Did you see that?
No, what I'm saying is I don't support forcing people. I think it should be a personal choice. Because come on, when you work with these things, especially when you study about health. You promote health, you don't force people. You can promote it. You know, the government of Uganda should invest in public health and promote the issue that is going around than arresting people. And on the other hand, I don't support the approach of forcing people. I think it should be a personal choice, because the thing is, even the ones who are vaccinated, they can still spread the virus.
Exactly.
So when you look at the difference between the two, the most vulnerable one is the one who is not vaccinated. So if they choose not to be vaccinated, it's their problem. So why would you want to force them? You know? Whereas if someone lacks capacity, for example, in mental health, if someone is having issues with their mental health and they lack the capacity, then you can force them.
But nobody has assessed these people, whether they lack capacity.
They don't even have to assess. It's just that a person is not convinced yet. Give them time. You know, they should make it like the vaccines are always going to be available. When you feel ready for a vaccine, come and take your vaccine. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, so you've had your first one.
I've had my one, on my terms.
And the second one?
Second one soon.
Soon, okay.
Yeah.
Then you'll be double
I have to
vaccinated.
take it. For me, I have to take it because my kids don't live in the same country where I live, so I travel very often to see them.
We will come to that.
So not very much. So, but what I'm saying is, you have to look into your life. Yeah. You know, how is it affecting you? Because it might affect you financially. Like, there's some people who are going to lose their jobs just because of a vaccine. And the thing is, it's not only that. You lose your job, you go get another job. But if you want to travel, like refusing taking a vaccine is going to take away a branch of your freedom. Because if you say you want to go to South, like us Muslims, we are obligated to go to Mecca. If I want to go to Mecca and the Mecca government, like the Saudi government, says you must have the ABCD requirements, which religiously is allowed. By law is allowed. So how are you going to fight these things?
How
so
are you know,
after all, if these so-called establishments wanted to kill people, they can still kill us through drinks and mineral water and stuff. So but I'm not preaching anyone to take vaccine. It's up to you. It's up to anyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. You know, guys, we didn't even plan to start off the interview that way, but I believe, you know, it's such important information. It is like the in topic right now everywhere globally. And so
you are also working in the healthy sector.
I do work in
so you're supposed to promote it.
Don't
be like MOSEH for me.
No, I promote it, but I'm not gonna emphasize and put it upon people by force and stuff.
I believe in democracy.
I'll talk to people and make them see the positive benefits out of it. But the police at my workplace. You can't put yourself at risk. And they put others at risk as well because.
But with the aspect of COVID, it's just the way the information is being delivered, because how do you convince someone that they are putting you on risk when even the one who is vaccinated can put you on risk? It's different from other diseases, because this disease. The main reason for taking a vaccine is to protect yourself from being from a risk of dying, but not from a risk of going to hospital or from a risk of being ill, because it is proven that even if you have vaccine, you can still get COVID.
You can still get it, and I got it when I still was double vaccinated. But I would say in terms of that, that if they say to protect yourself or protect others, people you live with, people you work with, they are seeing it in a sense that this is what my view, or this is what I think it is. Because if, for instance, you go out to a vulnerable person, if you're not vaccinated and you're working in a setting where...
Stop there. If you go to a person, a vulnerable person, and you are carrying COVID, but you are double vaccinated, let's say you are you are triple vaccinated with a booster.
Even
Yeah.
triple.
Yeah. Triple vaccinated.
Yeah.
You can still transfer the disease.
You can still transfer, but this is the thing. It's not gonna be as severe.
It is as severe.
No,
as,
it wouldn't be like
no,
as severe.
It's two things. It's two things. Severe is to do with affecting you after catching it. If you're vaccinated, it means if you catch COVID, there's chances that you might not die or you may not go to the hospital. In terms of transferring the disease, the percentage is the same.
Yeah.
So a vaccinated person he can transfer as the same amount of COVID as a person who is not vaccinated. So in terms of spreading the disease, they haven't found, apart from taking precautions and what's it called, self-isolation and things like that, they haven't found a scientific measure to stop the spread of COVID apart from locking people in the houses. So that's what I'm saying is, it is up to you, because what science has proven that if you have taken a vaccine, you have chances of not going to hospital or not dying.
Okay, so it is up to you all watching this video, so we will put it up to you. Please put it down in the comment section below. Let us know what you think. Have you had your vaccine? If no, why not? What's your view? And what do you think of what we have discussed so far? Just let us know,
and also experts like doctors should come to you, approach them. We have so many Ugandan doctors, nurses,
we do.
senior nurses, like sisters. I've met so many of them. You know what? These people, like Ugandan educated people, they need to there's something called social responsibility. They need to come out and they share their talents with people. It doesn't always have to be musicians and bloggers and because most of these bloggers, they even talk nonsense. But you have people, honestly, they talk nonsense. But you have people who have the knowledge that can really help communities, especially our Ugandan community. I've heard that people who have COVID, they still leave the house with their COVID and go to events. So in a way, you have to be objective when you hear things like this. You can't go straight and judge people. Because some people, they can't deal with the boredom. It's been overwhelming for them. It's not an excuse. It's selfishness. But I don't believe in judging people. I believe in understanding why people do what they do. That's why I say to you, I believe in prevention. So if you guys, you experts, come out and speak to people, invite doctors, Ugandan doctors, so many
put
social
the appeal through, appeal
so
to the
many
people
social
watching.
workers.
There would be people
I
out
know
there.
there's a lot of talented social workers from Uganda. Approach my sister, doctors, approach my sister, and speak to people, isn't it?
Information is power.
Don't leave the platform to bloggers and musicians and because the thing with the musicians, this is one thing I'll tell you later why I don't like the side of being a celebrity, and that's my problem, why I am not really persistent with music. I can't stand it. It's like, there's a friend of mine, his name is Waswa. He keeps laughing at me because he's like, you can't separate the two. I told him, I wish I could do music without being celebrity or being bothered. That's why you see, I don't know if you see how I carry myself. I'm someone, after singing, I go to people, I chill with them, I hug them, because I don't like the idea of being superior, stuff like that. Because what it does to you, you become a narcissist. Like, you talk every time you talk about yourself. Like, you start thinking you're more important than the rest of people psychologically. So for me, I know some people call it stubbornness, but I don't like to be in a position where I feel like I'm more important than you. You get it? So that's why I'm saying that people should also give attention to doctors, to social workers, to community leaders, because these are people who have real wisdom. Most celebrities, they just talk about themselves, like what's coming next, oh this, that. So for me to sit down and start, telling you what car I'm driving, it's not important to you as a person.
Yeah. Good points there. So
yeah, let's educate our people.
Good. Yeah. So because at the start of it, because of the way like the conversation went, I didn't let you all know that MC MOSEH holds so many titles. He is an artist, one of our top artists in UK for the Ugandan community. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about that at some point. He is also a father. He's a community leader. He does a lot of charity work in the community. He is a feminist. There is a lot of things. I like MC
People
MOSEH.
find it funny for a man to be a feminist.
Do they?
Yeah.
What do they say to you?
Because it's of the perception, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us.
The way people see feminism, or the way feminism is promoted, it makes people think that it's a woman's war. Like that's a thing for women.
Yeah.
But when you learn about feminism, it's giving women equal rights to men. Simple as that. And not only men, also women misunderstand feminism. Some women think feminism is a weapon against men, and it's totally wrong.
Okay, so why do you feel you are a feminist? Like, why do you feel this
because
campaign
I'm
is
not
so
a fan
important?
of patriarchy. Yeah, I don't like the idea of man being 10 times better than a woman. I like the idea of equality. Being equal, being equal partners in everything, marriage, everything. That's why I even encourage women, like my nieces, because I mostly like to talk to young women. Women who are older than you or your age, they don't really like to listen to. But it's good for a woman to have a mentality that she's equal to a man and she can provide equally. Life is much easier when you're an independent woman. Not independent in a way where women think by being independent you can abuse men, you can use men. That's not independence. Independence is knowing that if a man does not provide equally, you don't need that man. You need a man who can provide equally, emotionally, financially, like anything.
But people cannot provide equally because of different
because
reasons.
People don't understand equality. People look the way people perceive relationships when we go into relationships is cultures. Cultures confuse us because where we come from is designed. In most cultures, it's designed that
where do you come
that
from?
man. I come from Uganda. I come from. It's designed that a man has to take care of home.
Yeah.
And the thing is, that was something that was designed years ago.
Yeah.
Right now, you have female CEOs. You'll find that a man is making a minimum wage and is married to a woman who makes a 6-figure. So it don't make sense for a woman who makes a 6-figure to expect a man who is on a minimum wage to take care of a home that exceeds the man's income.
So what should be done in that case?
Some women look at that as being that, oh no, this man is not my type. No. It's just that you are being selfish. Do I make sense?
Yeah, you do. But what would be done
in that? Because you are mixing a relationship and a lifestyle. Those are two different things. It's like it's the same applies to men. Some men they get intimidated by powerful women. They get scared because we are mentored to be the cheerleaders. We are mentored to be the boss. The ego. So sometimes even before a woman says something, if she blames you or if she complains about something, some men they go, oh, because you're making more money than me, that's why, it's inferiority. You get it? So it's one thing I've discovered about life is if you are willing, open to education, life is easy. If you're open to education, everything requires learning.
Learning, and it never ends. It's
Yeah.
just a continuous
Learn how
process.
to live to live with people. Learn how to talk to people. Learn how to share with others. Everything requires learning. Some people are lucky; they are born smart. They are very reflective. Because the best way to be smart is the best way to be ahead of living is being self-reflective.
Yeah.
Like here, after I watched the interview, and then I shouldn't have said that. That's how you grow, you know.
Just say stuff you should have said.
You know. No, the thing is, you can't try. You know, it's bad to want to be perfect. It's a very bad thing, and it's one of the factors that leads to mental health. People wanting to be perfect. It's okay to learn from mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. You know, I used to be like that. I never wanted to make mistakes. Then I ended up feeling like
making more mistakes than
you even make more mistakes. You hurt more people.
Yeah.
You know. So sometimes be yourself. Be your own truth.
Yeah.
And be open to be criticized or corrected, innit?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So Mose, just tell us a bit about yourself, like your background, and
I come from a very humble Muslim background, but my past is not something fancy to talk about because I wasn't really, I didn't grow up with a mom and dad. Like my dad died at a very young age.
Oh, sorry.
So my mom, she married at a very young age. So she became a mother when she was 15.
Oh,
I'm her sixth child. Yeah, I'm her sixth child. So by the time she had me, she's had enough of kids, you know. So I didn't have, you know, I love my mom a lot. Like I'll talk about her in every conversation. But the truth is, I never really, she wasn't that much into my life. Not her fault, but because of the circumstances, innit? She had 11 kids. One died, now she has 10. She's blessed. She's a blessed mother, you know.
So she never was in your life, but like you
had
not
not by choice. You know, when like your father dies and family members say, you know, my dad died in the 80s. You know, I was no, my dad died in 89. I think I was 7 years. So then I lived with my auntie. Then I would go live with my uncle. I never lived in one home.
Members. Okay.
So right. I don't really have a lifetime mentor. Yeah, that's why I believe in God, because I believe God protected me. So yeah, so it's not really a fancy life. And I love God, and I am still struggling to be a good Muslim, because I'm not the one to say who is good Muslim and who is bad Muslim. All of us, we want to be good Muslims, or you know. Yeah.
Okay. And what are your real names?
My real names is Moses or Musa.
Okay.
Yeah, surname is Lule.
Lule.
Yeah,
okay.
Sajabi is another name from my Jaja.
Okay.
My Jaja Musaja, yeah.
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 Jaja Musaja.
But I use Musa Lule because they are short names. When you're in Europe, you don't use long names. You confuse people.
And also in Europe, the first name comes first.
Yeah, and
because back home, like we always use the surname first.
Yeah, it's the colonialists. You know, they're the ones they implemented that. They wanted. They gave us those names, and the Arabs and the because these are not our names. And to be honest with you, you don't really have to have a Arab name to be Muslim. You could still be David Simpson. And you can still be a good Muslim, because names, I've never had names are things that I don't know the origin of names, so let's not talk about names. Yeah.
Because like actually when you were talking, I'm thinking to myself, I'd never thought, like, you know, Muslims, like they all have these Arabic names. Yeah,
it's like Christians. They have European.
So can you be Christian and also be like Shafiq?
No.
Shafiq something, and
yes.
you're Christian.
They have seen Abdul Atif who are Christians in Iraq.
Because people convert as
if you
well,
go to Iraq,
don't they?
No,
they convert.
If you go to Iraq or some Jewish people have Arab names. Names are culture based. they are not really religious based. It's just because if a religion comes from that area, that geographic area, it means that the people of the names of that area will dominate. Because names comes with meaning. Some names mean the greatest, some names mean the purest. So every name has a meaning. Just as much as African names, they also have meanings. The problem is
like Muhammad Ali, of course, the great.
The problem is because religions clash.
Yeah.
So if you name yourself like Mukajanga, have you heard of that?
I've heard that name, but I don't know what Mukajanga is related
Mosisi,
to somebody.
Those names are related.
And stuff.
No, those names are related to Buganda culture, and you know Buganda culture believes in something that is completely the opposite of.
So what did Mukajanga do?
I don't know what it means, but I know that.
I remember like the.
Yeah, in the history of Buganda. Yeah, but even Musisi.
Yeah, so MC MOSEH, tell us more about yourself. Now you've told us about your family.
I've talked about myself already.
You still have to tell us, are you married man? You father? God. Are you, what's happening?
Father.
Because you earlier on mentioned like your kids live in another country. Now tell us a bit about that. How many you have? Yeah.
I have 2 kids.
Switzerland, yeah?
Yeah.
They've always lived there?
They've always lived there.
So it's you who goes there?
Yeah, and they come here.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. How many?
It's a modern type of family.
Yeah. How many? A modern world. How many?
Yeah. They're 2. Anaya, she's 8, and Naim is nearly 4.
Okay. So boy and a girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm blessed, innit?
You are, yes. Some people have like the same sex. It's all blessing, but
everything is a blessing. Yeah. It's how you receive it.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. So when did you last see your family? Did they come over for Christmas?
Oh my God, I've not seen my kids for a long time, and it's COVID, isn't it? First lockdown, everyone was locked down. You couldn't travel. In the mid there, I couldn't travel because I had to quarantine, and I'm doing my university. I'm doing university. So I had no time to travel more than 10 days.
Yeah.
So when you go there, they said when I go there, I will have to quarantine for 10 days. And those are the 10 days I was going to spend time with my babies. And the thing is, when you go there, they say you have to quarantine. If you don't, if they catch you, they'll ban you from going to that country. Some countries have already, like I said to you, they have already implemented laws.
Yeah.
If you abuse it, they ban you from going there, and I can't risk that.
You can't, obviously.
Yeah, or they fine you £20,000, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, and England was in red list. So England was in red list for so many months in Switzerland and other Scandinavian countries, because England has been one of the countries with many cases and dramatic COVID situations with Mr. Boris Johnson.
Yeah, what was this dramatic? You just said dramatic. And
it's been so dramatic.
What came to my mind is the Christmas party in Namate.
Yeah. So those Scandinavian countries, they are taking COVID very serious. So I'm sure even still now England is in red list in most of those countries, European countries. So I couldn't travel because of that. And then when I was going in summer, then I had COVID. Then it was so bad.
And then you say it was long standing.
Yeah, then I had long COVID. But by the time I had COVID, I didn't have vaccination. So then I still couldn't travel, because now they have added on, like, to travel you must be double vaccine. That's why I say that this vaccine thing, they shouldn't force people, because it's every corner of our aspect of life is affected. So it's up to you as an individual.
It's up to you.
You know, if you want to stay in your house, you don't want to work, you don't. It's okay. You cannot. Don't take the vaccine, and you know.
Yeah. So are you married? Like, because you say your kids.
I was married. I'm not married now.
Separated?
Yeah, let's stop it.
Divorced? Looking?
I'm divorced.
So are you looking? Our
looking
lovely,
is a big word.
handsome,
looking is
MC
a big
MOSEH, our star, Are you looking? Because people may be watching that like it's a new year.
People won't take me. People don't take me serious.
Life goes. Why they should?
Yeah, man.
Because we have people are writing down. You know, they are 2022. What do they call them? The New Year's what?
Resolutions.
Exactly. Some they're looking for love and stuff.
Don't listen to this one.
It's true. So you're looking.
That's personal.
We wanna get. It's personal. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay, let us leave.
But I must be honest, because eventually people will see me with someone else and they will be surprised. I don't want to be a lie on camera, so I'm not with anyone.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's fine.
Fine.
It's not one of those separations where there's a taboo. No, it was amicable and very healthy.
Yeah.
And we are all good parents, and when it comes to our kids, we are family. So I think it's hard for people like me to get a new partner, isn't it?
Yeah. But you're not co-parenting because you haven't gone.
I do, of course. You have to be
like over the phone.
What can you do? That's what is available online, at the moment.
Online co-parenting.
But it's not now. I think you misunderstand. Co-parenting is not just be the presence. And presence, it does not mean just physically being physically present, because you got so many deadbeat fathers who are just physically present, but
they're absent emotionally and mentally. Yeah. And they're just there like in person with the body.
This is what I said about learning about things, because I've met fathers who have left their kids in Uganda to come for green pasture.
Yeah.
And they are 200% the best fathers I've ever seen. Like, they provide to their kids, they're there emotionally, they speak to their kids every day. But because of these economic circumstances and reasons of movement, you know, you understand why this father is away from his kids. And I never thought that that would happen to me one day, where I can't read bedtime stories every day. Like, you only read them when you're there. But if you don't know me, you wouldn't even believe I don't live with my kids. That's what I'm saying. Presency is not about living in the same house, because believe me, I'm 38 now. I have seen fathers who live with their kids in the house, and the kids, they don't even know if it's their fathers. So just being available is not enough. You have
raised a very important point. I really like that, and to all parents out there, this is a very important.
There was a time I put something on my Facebook. I said, and this is from my observations. I've seen people coming from Africa. Some people are blessed enough that they don't even have kids in Africa. All their kids are here, and they're making good money, but they can't even take care of their kids because they are building a mansion in Africa. It's a good thing. It's a dream for every Ugandan man to have a good house in Uganda. But those traditions are outdated. You must provide for your kids where they are. Because the thing is,
first of all, they are priority.
What really affects kids mentally, it is you not being available. And I mean availability, I mean like in everything. Some fathers, they don't even know their kids' birthday. You know, Muslims, we don't celebrate birthdays.
I know.
But most Muslims do, in an understanding that if I don't, how will it affect my child? Because if your child goes to a school and 90% of the kids celebrate their birthday, or let's say 99% celebrate their birthday, and only your child don't celebrate birthday, what does it do to her mental health? Or his mental health? It's the relationship of a parent and a child is very complex and it's very fragile. You have to be very careful how do you deal with it. You get it? So you have fathers here who spend money building nyumba z'emizigo, nyumba z'abapangs. There's people who have been here for 30 years, and every year they are buying cement and sand in Uganda. Every year.
Every money I hear, every amount of money, 10 pounds, they say how many bags
of cement. And some men, when they hear that, they think you are attacking. No, it's education, bro. You have to understand that. For example, we work, death is inevitable. You have to understand that, okay, I have apartments in Uganda, I have these things. Have I educated my British kids? about the wealth I've created for them in Uganda. Because if you just build up such a real estate in Uganda, but you have not educated those who will inherit the business, it's useless, because when you die, you know our culture.
I know.
You know, and your kids must understand what you do in Uganda.
But
that's
do you think
thing.
Parents talk to the kids that much and explain that stuff?
No, they don't. That's why I'm saying that the availability, being available in a child's life, is a child understanding why you do what you do. For me, I believe, because the way I grew up is, you reach to a certain age where you work for the kids, not yourself. You know, for me, if I was working for myself, I'll be living such a good life, you know, because that means I'll be making I make enough money to drive any car I want, go any holiday I want. But because it's not just about me, it's about my mom, it's about other kids who have lost their parents, it's about my kids. So that's why you have to be available in any way, you know.
So because, you know, I'm gonna just put this one through. I don't know what you're gonna say because it's personal. I always like see your WhatsApp status and profile. You put your kids there, like I know your kids are mixed race, MOSEH. So tubuli them wow kakati omuchala wafuna omuchala.
We met when we were very young.
Muzungu naye kakati abantu abamu they will be like twali kati abana Uganda nga
no, it's nothing to do with that.
Tubulire mukaw kubanga I'm always like fascinated about multi-racial couples.
Yeah, it depends how you see it.
Yeah,
it's like there's white people who say I can't see myself with an Indian man or black man. It's the same as what Ugandan people or Nigerian. Some black people, they're like, I can't marry anyone apart from someone from my background. Some people have those beliefs, like they strongly believe in that. I am not that. Me, I'm a rebel. Like, I am open to the world. I don't look at people in color, in religion, their sexual orientations. It doesn't none of my business. I'm not here to play God's role. Like I say to you, I don't judge people. Even if I see you, you know, doing something, I would like to understand what's the background of doing this. Because
so going back to like how you go with your partner, like what is it like now?
She was a beautiful woman.
Just like any other woman.
Just like any other woman. It's nothing to do. That's what I was trying to say. It's nothing to do with her background. No, she was just a beautiful woman with good manners, and she was a good partner.
Yeah,
she's a very good person.
Would you say like it can be more challenging in marriages that are multicultural?
It's nothing to do with that. Okay, for me, with my personal thing, because I never shared my personal stuff. It's not cool. Something you live for yourself. But for education matter, is people have reasons why they do what they do. It's nothing. Yes, culture does, influence some of our decisions. But most educated people, like modernized families, they don't look into things like that. The only problem I see with our generation, we are very selfish people, like positively selfish. Like, for example, for you, if you live here, and this is where you feel happy, this is where you make your money, even if you don't make as much money as you would make in America. For example, if you meet a man in America, and he goes to you, oh, I'm going to provide you this and this and this and that. Today's people, man, they will still evaluate. They'll be like, okay, will I be happy in America? Will I got all my friends here. I am born here. My family is around. So it is the values you put, the values you have applied to your lifestyle. If you feel like, nah, I'm not ready to leave my family behind, and that's where most of us making decisions. Like, for example, in my situation, that's why I say to you, my divorce wasn't dramatic or this or that. It was to do with preferences, which is, I still call it selfishness. But it's what it is. It's not a negative selfishness, but it's a positive selfishness. Because if I want you to be happy, and you say to me, Mo, this is what makes me happy, who am I to say, oh no, you can't do that, because you know, because what's the point of forcing you to do what I think is good for us when you're going to resent me, or you're going to resent the relationship? Do you get the point?
Yeah.
So this thing, people giving themselves stress, I don't support it, but still I think, don't force someone into something that they're going to resent, because then it's going to turn into some negative energy that you will never get rid of, and then it will affect. So once you are in that position, you just have to find a way how to survive positively, progressively, and supportively.
Okay, thank you so much for that. So tell us, like, you've lived in this country how long? Because
18 years.
18 years, and you say you met your partner when you were so young. Like,
I was 22, 24, something like 24. That. Yeah, and she was 18.
She was oh, bless. Yeah. So, tell us a bit about, like...
Why do women like so much about relationship and...
No, I was even about to leave that topic.
Yes, okay, let's go ahead.
I was about to leave that topic, but I'm not going to leave it now.
Because, the thing is, I feel like...
I'm going to lie.
No, listen, Claire. I feel like I need to get her approval to talk about...
No, don't talk about her. I'm not asking her to talk about her.
It's not
I was about to leave this topic, and I like the way you have addressed it, because you haven't even mentioned anything personal.
Still, you have to leave a line of respect
as well. So I just want to ask, like, in terms of, like, when you came to this country, how has it been for you? Not a long story, but like briefly, if you could tell us, like,
I'm one of the people who had it,
challenges, and how you gone to uni.
It was tough for me. It was tough, but music was my refuge. I'm so thankful. My religion does not really endorse music, and as I told you, I've always wanted to be a good Muslim. It's not easy, you know. It's not easy to be a godly person. To feel it, it's not easy, man. Some people do. I don't know if they are lying, but to feel like you are proper now in a position to say, I'm godly, like I don't make mistakes. And I know some people who believe that, but it's illusion. It's not easy, but with the mercy of God, you just have to make sure that you are in that path always. So to answer your question is, that carried me, believing in God, and also me as a person, I carry myself in a way that I only take on what I can manage. So I don't take risks. I measure my risks. There's a downfall to not.
Is that to do with age? Because some people, they also
say I was young. I came here when I was young. You know, I would possibly like I would have teenagers now, but it's probably could have been a good thing for me, but I don't know. It never happened, so how would I know? But the thing is about not taking risks, there's a downfall for not taking risks, because more people, sometimes you look at people who take risks, they stand chances of achieving early success or things like that.
Because the higher the risk, the higher the chances.
So I can't say not taking risks is a good thing. No, it's not. You know, but what I did is I never did that, and being inferior, the inferior complex played a bit, because when we come here, the fear they put in us, oh, don't do this, they will take you back to Uganda, oh, don't do this will happen to you. That played a big part.
Oh, don't do this, the police will stop you and stuff.
Especially when you go to home office and then you wait for your case for 5 years, you're still waiting for them to answer you, because you're scared. You think, if I call them to ask them about your case, they might say, okay, you're going to the next plane. So these are experiences that we've been through. But for me, the music helped me a lot, because I could shield myself into music. And
I earlier on meant to say, like, sometimes it can be more challenging for young male.
That's
what I wanted to say. Just
all my friends have gone through that, and they've turned out to
male be African.
Like my clique is not very big, because for me, apart from being a public person, I think I can identify myself as an introvert. I like being in my own space, and I have a very small circle of friends whom I don't see every day. Some of them we don't even meet for a month or 2 months. Like my cousin Eddie K is a close friend of mine, but sometimes we don't even meet for 3 months. But when we meet, you may think we meet every day. But all of us have had similar challenges, and we have always pushed each other. Jeff is my friend, Speeder, you know them. Yeah, so we have always pushed each other to be where we are. And sometimes back we were talking about our lifestyle, like our life, how we have brought up ourselves. We didn't have father figures like to tell us, oh, don't do that or don't do that. But Alhamdulillah, God helped us that the way I can't give credit to myself but to God, because I don't know how we survived so many things that some people we know or some of our friends didn't survive. So you just give praise to God.
Yeah.
You know.
So did you then at that age, because you mentioned you work in the NHS, what's your level of education?
I don't like to talk about these things.
Maybe you can just say college and say
no,
uni.
it's higher than that.
Okay,
but what I'm trying to say to you, Claire, I don't like the culture of speaking so much about myself. I like to talk about issues that affect you, affect me.
But you can inspire people out there that you can come from Africa and come here.
I like to surprise people. Listen, this is something.
Inspire people.
You know my friend.
To go back to education.
One of my friends, Jose Jobs Link. He's been on my case because he knows me. He knows my private life and he knows my public life. Like I said to you, a circle of my friends, they know me, and I do charity. And one day he was so amazed. He's like, oh my God, how come you don't talk about this? How come you don't do this? And I said to him, I've got my own principles, the way I do things. Because if I do it that way, because some people do it for self-ego, I don't want to be in that group of people, because I do it with a clear conscience. If you find me doing it, it even carries more weight. You understand? Then he put another perspective on it. He said, no, but if I see you doing it, I may be inspired to do it. You get it? That's why I said, when I talk about myself, I have to balance it, that it's not all about me. You know? Maybe it's easy for me to talk about issues I've been through, but I don't like to sit there and talk about success. Oh, I achieved this, I done this.
Okay, all right, let's leave that be on the side if you don't want to.
But right now I'm still at university, still pursuing higher.
Still pursuing as well, higher, like to what level you don't want to tell us.
Don't worry, you see Dr. MOSEH soon.
Go and see MOSEH. So we still have the doctors you earlier on mentioned, so we will come to
like Eddie K. Do you know Eddie K?
I know Eddie.
He's a doctor now.
Doctor for what?
He's a doctor. Who doctor for what?
In what?
You just take the title. I'm not here to speak for him, but I'm just giving a reference that Eddie K is known as a guy who was most people know Eddie K in promoting clubs, club nights. So you wouldn't know. So if someone said to you, Eddie K is a professor, would you believe it?
Like, you wouldn't just believe.
But it carries more weight when you find out. But what
I know, he was lost on social media for a while. Like, he wasn't like on the scene of promotion.
It's called promoting. Personal investment.
Promoting as before. Maybe we can look for him.
You have to look. Eddie, you need to come to see. You know why I like you, Claire? Because you're persistent. You deserve the attention. Like, that's what I'm saying. I hope that profession like Eddie K is in a higher place now, but when it comes to society, even much bigger than the entertainment he was in. So it would be nice for him to come. Look at me trying to convince him to come. It would be nice for him to come.
I'm sure he will watch and this interview. You have to share the interview with him and
share his story with you, because his story is so inspiring. He's so inspiring. Yeah, yeah.
I can't wait.
And
to hear
Spira,
it.
you know
Yeah,
Spira?
I know. Yeah.
The guy with the big voice.
I know.
Jeff.
I know. Jeff.
He's got a very inspiring story. I'm not here to
Mm.
speak for anyone, but those are people that I know they got stories that are authentic.
Yeah.
You know, not these created stories.
Yeah.
Jose Jobs Link
Yeah.
is a man, when he speaks English,
Mm.
you want to run away, but when you look into his portfolio,
What
you're
do you
like,
mean when he speaks English? He wants to run away.
He speaks English like Mulika. You know Mulika?
I don't know, Malika, which Malika
Some
in
guy.
Uganda.
Yeah.
Is this like a compliment
Like,
you're giving
it's a
him
compliment.
right now?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
understand.
It's like the
Because
boy we
is
have.
it like
he-
Masaka, like, you know?
No, he's from Mitiana.
Who is from Miti?
But he speaks proper grammar.
Yeah.
Like, we have the money, things like that.
Is it?
Yeah. Boom, boom, my boy Jose Jobs Link.
MC Mose, please, yeah? So now,
Also, big ups to Uncle Dan.
Uncle Dan,
You
I
need to
do
bring
love
Uncle
Uncle
Dan.
Dan. I love that
Katioyo.
one. He will give us like the whole history
Katioyo weziba ngudo.
of London.
Yeah.
He will tell us when the ngabali wano batwali tucha senera woluzi wano.
Yeah, it's even
Ne
bigger than that,
yeah.
because for him Bweziba Ngudo Omutuma roundabout, because that's where, if you want to know something as a young man or as a young woman, Uncle Dan will help you to understand, especially when it comes to dealing with public relations. You know, people tend to run to professors and stuff, but Uncle Dan, and trust me, when I speak about someone, it's not because I want them to feel good, it's because they deserve to hear that credit. But he's very good at you know, mentoring people on how to carry yourself and what is necessary to say. Have you ever seen Uncle Dan on Facebook cursing anyone?
No.
Don't you think that he's been disappointed in those aspects? But he knows, like, he knows how to limit damage. Yeah.
So all these